Hi there. I just wanted to share experiences today. It's quite a grey, drizzly day compared with the sunshine earlier on in the week, and um, I'm really conscious that I'd love to see so many different species, and experience lots of different habitats, and kind of travel and just witness lots of different places. There's a kind of real seeker energy that I have. But one of the things that these past few years has really taught me is about appreciating what's here and now, and not looking outside, but actually savouring the gifts that are right here for me in this moment. And so today I didn't want to be getting in a car and burning fossil fuels and travelling to places and having an impact to connect with nature. I wanted to have a positive impact rather than the negative one, so there's kind of picking litter and the sharing of the experience, sharing hopefully what nature connection means to me, but also this kind of blessing the land and appreciating nature and being hopefully something more akin to a guardian or a steward than a kind of a trespasser or an exploiter. So what's happened is that as I've been walking and sitting, so as I was walking, there were two great spotted woodpeckers, and they were really clearly having quite an exciting interaction, flying up and down the river into the trees, and it was quite exciting to witness. These are birds that I see a lot, so they're I think there are probably quite a few pairs who nest every year around here and very locally. So we have them here in the garden, and they love the dead hedge, sort of looking for insects there. And then as I was sitting connecting with nature here in the garden, a pair of goldcrest came over and were above my head and picking insects off. And this is the second time it's happened in this winter. This winter, and they're this fantastic bird. They're tiny. They're one of our smallest birds in the UK, and they're smaller than blue-tit, and they've got this kind of fierce gold crest, this sort of gold stripe across their head that is quite punky. It looks like a sort of Go Faster stripe on a motorcycle helmet or something. But yeah, they're just lovely birds, and they seem to be quite happy to get really quite close to me. So there's a real there's this kind of lovely connection, and I feel so blessed. But this is an experience that has come to me. It's not one that I've gone out and sought, and it makes it so much the more special for it. That I'm not inclined when people sort of report exciting birds, and tell people where they are. I think sometimes there's a harm there, and there's a lot of pressure by people turning up to see these, exciting visitors. But when there are lots of people and sometimes getting too close with long camera lenses and so on, or not even long camera lenses, but just generally getting too close and disturbing, then that's not a good thing. And so I much prefer these encounters, even though they might be with with birds that we see a lot. It's kind of special having those kinds of encounters where I really feel in respectful relationship with them, and they're coming as close to me as they're comfortable to do. They're coming to me is kind of the point. I'm not going towards them and encroaching their space. They're choosing how closely they want to interact, and there's never a sense that I'm being sort of warned off, or that they're just quite comfortable foraging for insects or whatever it happens to be with me here. It's a contrast to that sort of really uncomfortable situation where sometimes completely innocently we can disturb the wildlife, that's a sort of different thing, really. But I just wanted to share that, and it's not going to happen every time that there'll be a sort of special bird encounter, so it's not going to happen every time I sit, but when it does, it's quite magical. And it's also about noticing. So yesterday it was two tiny flies, and it's can we regard the two tiny flies as just as special and sacred as the two goldcrest? A woodlouse or an ant, a slug. We can have these encounters all of the time. The plants. This is really readily available to us. But those other encounters that can come to us just by sitting still and just seeing what happens, and just being open to it, and having a wide open heart, just loving what is. I'll leave it there.